So guys, in the yesterday's demo, what we have seen is like I have shown you this architecture, right? This architecture we understood yesterday. We have seen the business intelligence process. We have seen the business intelligence process, right? We have seen the BI process here. Here it is clearly mentioned the BI process. So BI process is a process which converts business data into actionable information, right? So here this is a business data, right? This is a business data which companies are storing here, which the businesses are storing in the business data here. Now the business intelligence processes, we are just converting this data into some actionable information. What do you mean by actionable information is this actionable information we can able to see with the help of reports and visuals. So any company doing some business, they are storing some business data here. Let's imagine they are storing the business data in Excel file, SQL Server, Oracle, right? Any one of them. They are storing the business data. They want to see the business insights, how their business is doing. So in order to see that, they need some actionable information, right? They need some reports and visuals. With the help of reports and visuals, they are going to analyze the business data. They are going to analyze this data and they are going to come up with some kind of decision. This decision, this decision, they are just making it with respect to their business, right? So this data, yesterday I clearly mentioned that on the basis of this data, the transactional data, this is what? This is transactional data. On the basis of this transactional data, we can't directly create the reports and visuals because here some unnecessary tables are there. Here some unnecessary, like the formatting is not proper for the tables. Here, whatever information required for the reports and visuals, it is not there. We need to extract the information. We need to transform the information from these tables. So we are going to use what? We are going to use Power BI desktop for analyzing the business data. End of the day, what clients are expecting? Clients are expecting the reports and visuals. Why they are expecting the reports and visuals? In order to make some decisions with respect to their business. Yesterday I mentioned that let's imagine Amazon. Amazon is an e-commerce business. Just Amazon wants to know what product is doing good, what product is doing bad, which area, which location is doing good, which state, which country is doing good, what product is doing good, right? So if they want to know that, how they would be able to know that is they would be seeing the reports and visuals. So they will be hiring the Power BI developer. They will be they will be making use of this Power BI desktop in order to analyze the business data and to get some reports and visuals. Now, after looking at these reports and visuals, these clients will make some important decisions with respect to their business, right? That's why we call it as actionable information. By using these reports and visuals, they would be able to take some kind of actions with respect to business, right? So it is never recommended to use this business data to directly use this business data here to make the reports and visual. It needs to be refined, it needs to be filtered, it needs to be formatted properly. Here, if 10 or 15 tables are there, only 5 or 6 tables would be important as per this reporting visuals. So only that tables should go to the power pivot, right? So what exactly we are doing here? Let's imagine. Let me just tell you something here. If the clients wants to make some if the clients want to make some decision on the basis of the reports and visuals, these clients will hire a Power BI developer. They will just go to the Power BI developer. Power BI developer, they will just put some requirements. Okay, these are the requirements. I want to see this in the reports. I want to see this, for example, sales by location. I want to see product name by uh, product name by location. I need to see profit by sales. I need to see profit by product. I need to see this kind of things. This kind of requirement they would ask. They would come with a requirement. So Power BI developer will got to know what information is required for these reports. So what the Power BI developer will do? Power BI developer will directly log on to the Power BI desktop into the Power Query. Power Query is a ETL software. In the Power Query, ETL activities we do. ETL stands for extract, transform, load, right? Here what will happen? ETL activity will happen. Here they will extract the tables from this table. This table they will bring into Power Query, right? They will extract that is called as extract. Extract means what? They will bring these tables into this Power Query, that is extract. Now in the transform they will do some do some transformation here. They will convert the data type, they will convert the formatting properly, they will manage the formatting. Whatever data is required, they will just keep that data into this Power Query. As per this reports, visuals, whatever data is required, that would be refined and transformed here in the transform operation here, right? And after the transformation is finished, these tables which are transformed, this load, they will load into Power Pivot, right? That's why this load is there. Extracting from here, transforming it to the particular shape, to the particular format, and then loading it into Power Pivot. Power Pivot is what? Power Pivot is a database where these tables will be stored. If the data is of 1 GB size, if the data in the data source is of capacity 10 GB, right? If it is 10 GB in the data source, this Power Pivot will directly compress the data into 1 GB. So out of 10 GB, only 1 GB data would be loaded here. So that is a powerful, this Power Pivot is very much powerful software here, right? It will compress the data. If it is 10 GB here, it will compress it to 1 GB. And then on the basis of this stored data here, we will create the reports and visuals in the Power View, right? We'll create the reports and visuals in the Power View, and with the help of Power BI service, we will just share these reports and visuals with the clients. So this is a process, this is a BI process. So Power BI developer, what he will be doing in order to analyze the business data, he has to follow this business intelligence process. So he used to follow this business intelligence process. So this was just about the basics which I have yesterday explained to you, right? So today's session is all about installation of Power BI desktop software. Let me tell you something here. For today's session, what I'm going to show you, I'm just going to show you how to download and how to install the Power BI desktop software. I told you initially that Power BI desktop it's a free software. It's a free software. Power BI desktop is a free software, right? So in order to install the Power BI desktop, there are some prerequisite. Here, right? So these are the operating system: Windows 10, Windows 12, Windows 12 again, Windows 8, Windows 8.1. So this is a minimum requirement, and everyone will be having this kind of configuration. So no need to worry in order to install this Power BI desktop. Anyone can install this Power BI desktop. At least everyone would be having laptop and or something like desktop, which would be having this configuration operating system, right? So what I'll do is I'll go to the browser. How I'll download it? I'll just simply tell you how to download it. So here I'll mention Power BI desktop download, right? Power BI desktop software download, right? So this is a website which it opens here. This is the first website. I'll just click on here. I'll just go here into this website, right? So as soon as I go to this website here, you get some configuration here. See here, the configuration is clearly mentioned, system requirements, right? These are the system requirements mentioned here, supported operating system. So these are the operating system it is mentioned here, right? And it requires Internet Explorer. Every laptop would be having this Internet Explorer here, right? And there are two options here. Power BI desktop is available for 32-bit, 64-bit, right? So we need to have this kind of configuration in order to install the Power BI desktop. Almost everyone would be having this, right? In order to install this Power BI desktop, what we need to do? Now I need to understand whether my PC is 64-bit or 32-bit. Where I can understand this, right? There is some option here, info option would be there, right? Many options would be there here where you can understand the things. Now here, if you go to the personalize, there would be some option. This kind of option would be there, right? So here in the system, you can see that here about, right? We are having this about. Into this about, you can see here, it is 64-bit operating system, right? 64-bit. So my laptop is 64-bit. So likewise, you can check this, right? So here only two options are there, either 64-bit or 32-bit, right? So I can directly go here. There is a download button here. I'll click on that. It will ask me whether I should go on with 64-bit or this one. So I'll go on with this. I'll click on this, right? I'll just press on this download button. As soon as I press on this, it will start installing this. It is installing that. It is installing this setup file into my laptop, right? See here, it's a simple task. It's a free software here. See here, it is mentioned. I've mentioned here 64-bit and 32-bit options are there. Here, these are the requirements, right? So minimum requirement in order to install the Power BI desktop, the RAM should be 4 GB or greater. 4 GB, everyone will be having it. The least configuration is 4 GB RAM. So prerequisite, this is a minimum one, 4 GB or greater. Hard disk 160 GB and processor i3 minimum. You should have i3 minimum in order to install this Power BI desktop, right? These are the hardware requisite, right? So here I have mentioned the requirements, system requirements in order to download this Power BI desktop, right? We are just the agenda for today's session is what? How to download and install the Power BI desktop software. I'm just explaining you how to install it. So we'll see here. Okay, it has downloaded. Let me check here. We'll go to downloads, right? It has downloaded already. I'll go to the downloads now. Let's go to the downloads. Here, this is my setup, Power BI desktop. This is an application file. I'll just click on this. I'll just double click on this and the installation process will start. Right? It is asking me which language I should select. I should select here English language clearly. I should press next. It will ask me, do you want to allow this app to make the changes to a device? I'll press yes. Again, it will ask me one more time. So here the setup is there. Right? It is installing, preparing to install, right? Preparing to install. Now I need to press next here, right? I need to press next. I need to I need to accept the terms and conditions, right? I'll check this, then I'll press next. It is just asking me where I want to download it, right? In the C drive. It's a normal, by default, it will take this path, right? I'll press next here. If I want to create a desktop software here, desktop shortcut, I should check in like that. I want a desktop shortcut here. So I have clicked in here. So I'll press and install here. Now it will install. It will take some time here to install, right? See here, it's getting installed. It's a pretty much simpler process to install this Power BI desktop software, and they are not charging from us anything in order to install this Power BI desktop software. And believe me, yesterday I mentioned that the Power BI developer will spend around 80 to 90% of the time he will spend on Power BI desktop only. So being a Power BI developer, you will be spending 80 to 90% of the time in Power BI desktop only, right? And the remaining time we will be spending on Power BI service, right? Remaining 10% time we will spend on Power BI service, right? Because we here in Power BI service, the task is only to share the reports with the clients, right? I'm using Power BI service in order to only to share the reports to the clients, right? Power BI service. Now here, installation, it is going on. 99% of the companies will always prefer Power BI service because of its easiness. Because here the we need to here the initial costing is not much. Here everything is automized. Here we'll get it in cloud everything. Here the process is very much easier. That's why 99% of the people will prefer Power BI service only. 1% will prefer this Power BI report server. I'll explain this whenever we start, whenever we'll be in depth into this, we'll just explain this. So this is just a process in the Power BI desktop. Power Query is there. It's an ETL software. Power Pivot, it's a database where we store the tables. In Power View, we create the reports and visuals, right? Here, it is just on the verge of finishing. We'll just finish this. It's a pretty much easier process to download and install this. So simply I have to write here what? Power BI desktop download in the Google, right? It will open like this. I just close this. So if you remember, yesterday I've explained you that here in the Power BI desktop, we will be spending 80 to 90% of the time. Power Query is what? Power Query is a ETL software in the Power BI. It's a ETL software in the Power BI. In Power Pivot is what? Power Pivot is a database which is used to create an OLAP model. So here ETL activities is done in the Power Query. In the Power View, what we do? We create reports and visuals, right? So I hope it would be finished. It is taking more time. So generally here anyone from the non-technical background also they would be able to do it. They would be able to install it. And why I am telling is so because here you don't need to learn any kind of coding to deal with Power BI Desktop. Power BI Desktop is coding free. We don't have to learn any coding for this. With a drag and drop, simply by drag and drop, we can do the reports and visuals. We can create the reports and visuals here. That much easier it is. That much easier it is, right? I have explained you yesterday with respect to this. Here, generally, what will happen? Who will hire the Power BI software? Who will be using this Power BI software? I have clearly mentioned yesterday. Those who have missed, I'm just telling you. For example, any company, if they are running some business, right? And if they are generating some business data in the sense, the transactional data, daily transactions in the Amazon, daily transactions would be there. Like this person has purchased this person has sold it. So this is business data. It will be stored. This business data would be stored in some data sources. Data sources will be what? Data sources will be Excel's, SQL Server or Oracle. It depends on any company. It depends on any company what exactly where they want to store the data, right? And those company they want to analyze the business data is stored where? In data sources. They want to analyze the business data. For analysis of the business data we require what? Power BI. And Power BI software itself automatically it won't run there we require Power BI developer to run this Power BI software, right? So what is the end goal is to analyze the business data. Why they want to analyze the business data? In order to make some decisions, right? Important decisions with respect to their business, right? So this is what the Power BI journey is. Let me just click on this. It is taking more time as usual. So as soon as we're done with this, simply we can go and start the Power BI desktop and we can use the Power BI desktop, right? In this Power BI desktop, what are the important topics? What are the important things? The most important thing is Power Query. It's a ETL software in the Power BI desktop. The next important thing is Power Pivot. Power Pivot, here we do the data modeling activities. Data modeling in the sense, we just create the relationships between the tables here in the Power Pivot. Some people would have heard about DAX calculation also. Some DAX command are there, right? So we will be using DAX here into this Power Pivot, right? Where we make the reports and visuals, where we create the reports and visuals in the Power View. So these three are the important parts of the Power BI desktop. In the Power BI desktop, whatever we are installing right now, right? This Power BI desktop software, it consists of all three: Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power View, right? So generally, it won't take this much long, but it is taking this much long today. So my laptop is 64-bit. That's why I'm installing this 64-bit here today. And one more thing to tell you here, guys. In the next session, like I have some recording. I have some recording session for the SQL Server. Now SQL Server, I will be telling you into that recorded session, you will get the recording for the SQL Server. Into that recorded session, I'll tell you how to install the SSMS software. There is a SSMS software, right? This is SSMS software. SQL Server Management Studio. SQL Server Management Studio. Also, SQL is also there. SQL is also there. SQL also you need to install. So these two, how to install, how to download it, I have just mentioned in that recording. In that recording, you will see how the database would be there, how we can use this SQL server for the data sources. Why we want to learn this SQL server? What is the need to learn the SQL server with respect to Power BI? Right? Okay, you are telling me that coding is not there in Power BI. Then why we should learn SQL server? Because sometimes sometimes if you see here, major companies would be storing their data in the database called as SQL server. They will be utilizing the business data to be stored in SQL server. So in order to connect to this SQL server, we need to know some kind of basics of this SQL server, right? For that reason, I will be there would be one recorded session. Into that, I'll explain you why we should how to install and how to download and how to install this SQL server SSMS. It's taking too long. Why this much? It should not take. Should get rid of this first. Please be on mute, guys. Let me close this. Because of this, it might be. Let's close this. We have seen this. Because in the background it would be going on, and because of that, it might take some time. Right, I'll close this. Taking too long. Let's cancel this. Right, let me just cancel this. It's taking too long here. Right, we'll just cancel this here. It's got stuck, I guess, somewhere. Let me just go to control panel and let me just, yeah, we'll go to uninstall a program. Here, Power BI is there. It's getting installed here. Let me just uninstall it. I don't think so it will agree for that. Let me remove that. Yeah, completed, right? So what I'll do is I'll just click on this. We'll start one more time the installation process so that it should not take that much long. We'll go to downloads. I'll just click on this. Right, I've created this. I'll press on next here. Right, remove Microsoft Desktop from your computer. I just want to remove it. Yeah, we'll start one more time. Sometimes it will take more time, right? So let me just go here. Let me just click on this again, the setup file. I just click on next here. I'll just get rid of this, right? Let me.
Pranil, try to end it from task manager.
Yeah. That also we can do.
From task manager. Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah. I'll just install it one more time. Generally, it won't happen, but sometimes. Let's remove this first. Yeah. Finish this. Let's start. Okay. Let me go to control panel. It might be here somewhere. Can we see that? Okay. What we can do is I'll just click on this. I'll just go here and I'll repair this time. Let's go on with repair. Here it is telling me that it has got installed. Let's see. Let me just open here Power BI. Yeah, Power BI desktop. So this is how the icon would be looking like this. This is the one. Yeah, this is how it opens for the first time. Whenever you open the Power BI desktop, it looks like this. Yeah. So guys, this is how whenever we open, it asks us for the blank report. So we need to always click on this blank report, right? Power BI desktop. This is the Power BI desktop user interface here, right? This is how it looks exactly, right? This is how it looks. So whenever we open, you can find some views here, right? On the left hand side. By default, it will take this report view at the start. By default, it will show the report view. Report view means this report view here, right? So this is Power BI desktop user interface. There are three views: report view is there, table view is there, and model view is there, right? This is model view. This is model view. This is table view here, and this is report view. By default, whenever we open the Power BI desktop, it will open like this. Let me just close it. Again, I'll open it, right? I'll click on this. This is a Power BI desktop shortcut icon. Now here, what is the task is today we have seen the installation. Like it has taken much time. That is another thing, but we have shown you this how the Power BI desktop is. So Power BI desktop is what? It's a development software in Power BI. So whatever development, whatever I was talking about with respect to reports, with respect to creation of reports and visuals, so we develop the reports and visuals in the Power BI desktop software only. So we can call it as development software, right? So Power BI desktop is used to prepare the data, model the data, and visualize the data. Prepare the simple definition it is prepare the data, model the data, and visualize the data. Right? Prepare the data. Where we prepare the data? We prepare the data in the software called as Power Query. We prepare the data in the software called as Power Query. Right? We model the data where? In the Power Pivot. In the Power Pivot, we model the data. Where we visualize the data, where we create the visuals, we create the visuals in the Power View, right? So that these three combinations, the definition is a combination of these three: Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power View. Now today, The agenda is overview of Power Query software. I am just going to tell you how to open the Power Query software within the Power BI desktop. Now we are here, right? So this is how first time whenever I open the Power BI desktop, I need to click on blank report. As soon as I click on blank report, by default, this report view, it will open. By default, this report view, it is open. Now this is only a single screen. If you see here, this is just a single screen here, right? I can see here single screen. Only one screen it is there. Now what will happen here? Now, if I want to open the Power Query editor, if I want to open the Power Query software, how I will be opening the Power Query software is I will have to go to Home tab. This is Home tab, Insert tab, Modeling tab, View tab, Optimize tab, right? These are the tabs. These are the tabs. If I want to open the Power Query software, I will be going to the Home view, Home tab. We'll go to the Transform Data. There is an option called as Transform Data. Transform Data. See here, Transform Data. What it says, use the Power Query editor to connect, prepare and transform the data. So here ETL activities will do. We need to open what? Power Query. So this is how we can open the Power Query. Let me just click on this transform data. As soon as I click on this, a new screen would be opened here. A new screen would be opened here. The screen name is called as Power Query Editor. Power Query Editor. Now you can see here two screens are there, right? See here. This is what? This is the Power Query desktop screen, right? Now, the another screen is what? Power Query Editor screen. Now, this is a Power Query. This is what Power Query software is. Here we do what? Here we do ETL activities. Here we do the ETL activities. Here we do the transformation activities, right? Now I am just giving you an example. Let's imagine that we have got what? We have got some project, right? I already told you Power Query. Power Query is an ETL software. We know this, right? Power Query can connect and extract the data almost from any kind of data sources, transform the data as per the reporting needs, and loads the data into Power BI. We know this. I pretty much explained you a number of times this from yesterday, that it will be extracting the data from the data sources, right? It will be transforming the data as per the reporting needs, whatever the needs or requirements that will be coming from the clients. And the end goal is we need to load that data, the transform data into what? Power Pivot, right? Now let's imagine we are just handling a project. Into that project, the data sources are what? Data sources are Excel and SQL Server, right? There are two data sources for our project. The data sources will be Excel and SQL Server, right? These are the two data sources. Now, if I want to go and connect to the data sources, how I can connect to the data sources is I am in Power Query Editor right now. This is what? This is Power Query software. This is Power Query software, right? Now here, if I want to extract the table, there is an option called as new source. I should click on this expand button. Here we will find number of connectors. Here we will find number of data sources to which we can connect. So what we have got, what is the data source we have got? Excel. How to connect to the Excel is, we'll go here. We'll go to this Power Query Editor. I'll click on this new source. In the file menu, I've got new source. I'll click on this. There is an Excel workbook, right? Now I'll open this. I'll click on this. As soon as I click on this, it will ask me where that Excel sheet is stored. Where that Excel sheet is stored. In my laptop, where that Excel sheet is stored, it is just asking me. I'll go to that, right? I have stored some Excel sheet here, right? This time, I'll take the sample superstore. Now, if you open the sample superstore, let me just show it to what we have got in sample superstore, right? I am just going where that sample store is there, sample superstore, in the D drive, in the BA, in the complete Power BI, in this practice materials, it is there in the introduction file, right? Here, this is sample superstore. This is a sample superstore, right? Let me just open it. Let me just show you to what we have got in the Excel file. So here we have got three sheets. We have got an order sheet, order table here, right? We have got a returns table. We have got a people's table, right? This is what the data we have got here. This is what the data we have got. This is how the data is look like. How many rows are there? 994 rows are there here into this Excel, right? Let me just close this. This is only I'm opening here in the desktop. In the Power Query, I'll just select here. As soon as I select here, as soon as I press on open, it will just ask me which sheet you need to open, right? So it will show me orders table, people table, returns table, right? It is just showing me here. So here I can see the preview, how the table looks like. If I want to see the orders table, how it looks like, I just click here and it will show me the preview. So this is how these are the rows and column it will be having like this, right? We are just what we are doing right now. We are extracting the data. We are extracting the data from where? From the data sources. Who will be giving me this information? The data sources information. Client will be giving me this information. What are the data sources? See here, this data sources, the project, for that project, what are the data sources? These are the data sources given by whom? By the clients, because they know where they are storing the data, right? So they will be telling me the data sources. So as per their information, I am just using it, right? I'll select this whatsoever sheet I want. I'll just select it. I'll just press on OK. As soon as I press on OK, these three tables would be coming here. These three tables would be coming here. So here in the queries, we can see those three tables here. Whatsoever we have connected, that tables would be visible here, right? So I told you how to open the Power BI, how to open the Power Query software. We need to go to Home tab, transform data. We need to click. Then we'll see this UI interface, right? And here we do what? ETL activities we do. ETL activities we do. Now here, the second screen which is opened here, this is what? This is Power Query software. Here, we don't have to do any transformation with the help of what? Coding. We don't have to use any coding here. Any coding we don't have to use. Only there are some options called as graphical user interface options. These are GUI options. GUI options, right? We can perform the ETL activity. See here, I have clearly mentioned no need to write code for doing the ETL activities. We can perform the ETL activities using what? Using GUI options. GUI means what? Graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. Now here, if you click here, this new source, what it is? It is graphical user interface. This enter data, what it is? It's a graphical user interface. Simply, I can click here and I can get the work done. Simply, I need to click anywhere and I need to get the work done. Now let's observe this data first. We have got the data, right? We have extracted. So the extract part is done now. Extract part is done for the Excel. For the Excel specifically, we have done. What is the another? What is the another source? Is SQL Server. We need to bring in some tables from the SQL Server only. From Excel, we bought it, right? Now we'll check for the SQL Server. How to extract the data from the SQL Server. I'll click on this. Here, we are in the Power Query, right? I'll click on this new source again. I'll click on where? SQL Server. SQL Server. Right? I can click on SQL Server. Now let's imagine if we want to, if the data is stored in Oracle, can we find the Oracle here? No. Where we need to click? We need to click on more. As soon as I click on more, I'll get a list of data sources. These are the data sources which I can use. List of data sources it is, right? If I want to search on Oracle, is it there? Oracle? See here, Oracle database. Here I need to write SQL Server. SQL Server. Right here, if I want to, if the data source is text or CSV, I'll mention a text or CSV. It will just give me, right? If I want SAP HANA, right? I can click here SAP. As soon as I click in, it will show me this cube symbol here, SAP HANA. So there are number of data sources are there from which we can extract the tables, right? So now this time, what is the second one is? Second one is SQL Server, where the data source is this SQL Server. Now SQL Server. So what I'll do is, I'll just come out of this. Again, I'll go. New source, SQL Server, it is there. I just click on the SQL Server. So whenever we need to extract the tables from the SQL Server database, we require what? We require server details, we require database details, right? What database it is? We require the name of the database, right? We need to require that name of the database here. So here, so server details, database. What I require in order to connect to the database, this server details. Who will be giving the server details to me? client will be providing the server details because client is storing their business data here in the SQL Server database. They know what is the server details, what are the database, where the database, which database I need to connect to. So this information my client has given to me, right? So I have this information here. This is my server information. I'll just copy paste this. Here I'll go. Here I'll just copy paste that server details, right? As soon as I click on the server details, it is a mandatory requirement, right? But here it is optional, database it is optional, right? So I'll not enter anything in this database now. We have got the server. Who will be giving the server details? Client would be giving me the server details, right? I'll press on OK now. As soon as I press on OK, in that server, in that particular server, how many databases are there? It will show me a list of databases, right? So this is a server, right? Into this server details I have put. Into this server, how many databases are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in one server, there can be number of databases, right? This. In one server, there can be number of databases, and in each, in each database, there can be number of tables, right? For example, I need what? I need to take. I need to use product database this time. Into this product database, I need to check what are the tables. So these are the tables for that. Again, I'm telling for this server, there are multiple databases. For each database, there will be multiple tables. So in this server, in this server, Pranil PS server PBI, in this server, there are database. So this is database. Product database is a database. Into this database, how many tables are there? 4 tables are there. From this 4 tables, I'll take 3 tables. I'll take customer data table, right? Customer data table. I'll take products data table. I'll take what? Sales data table. These tables, who is giving me? Clients are giving me, right? I'll just press OK here. I just press OK. As soon as I press OK, those 3 tables would come here, right? So I got these 3 tables from the SQL Server. I got these 3 tables from where? From Excel. So we have got overall 6 tables. Tables are nothing but what? They are called as queries. In Power Query, tables are called as queries. In Power Query, tables are called as queries, right? So here, let me tell you something. Here, it is orders table, right? This is orders table. If you see this orders table is looking fine. If you see this orders table is having a heading and a rows, header and a rows, right? If you go to people table, can you find the header here? No. Here it is clearly mentioned column 1, column 2. What should be the header here? These are what? These are the names. Anna, Chuck, Kelly, these are the name. But this first row is what? This can be column header, right? Person is a column header. Region is a column header. So it's not in proper format. It's not in proper format. How I can do it? How I can convert this? See here, returns table. This is also same. The header should be what? Header should be returned and order ID should be header here, right? But the header is in first row. So it's incorrect. In orders table, it's correct in orders table, right? But in customers data table, if you see it here also it is correct. Customer key, it's a header. We need to check this minutely. Right? Here also it is fine. Here also it's fine. So where we have issues, we have issues in the people table. Now what we can do is, right? We have extracted a table. Now we need to do what? We need to transform this table. We have extracted the tables from the data sources. We need to transform this table. Now I told you that in Power Query, we don't need to learn any kind of coding. But how this exactly is happening? We have got the GUI options, graphical user interface, right? This graphical user interface, what it is? See here, I'll go to this Power Query. If I want to do this transformation, what I should do is I'll click on this people table, right? This people table. I'll go to the transform tab, right? Here we have got an option called as what? Use first row as headers. So first row is what here? First row is what? It should be header, right? We have recognized, we have identified that it should be header. So I went to transform tab. See, firstly, what I've done, I clicked on this table, right? Here. Firstly, I'll click on this table. I click onto this table. I went to transform tab. In the transform tab, there is an option, graphical user interface option, GUI option. What it is? Use first row as headers. Now here, see here, use first row as headers, right? But here, I just wanted to tell you something here. On the right hand side, if you see here, applied steps. Here the applied steps are how many right now? 3. The applied steps for this people table is how many? 3. Now, as soon as I click on this first option, the step is increased here. The step has increased here. It added a step. It added a step, right? What exactly this is doing is, right? Behind this, if I click on this GUI option, behind this is Microsoft is writing one code for us. We don't have to write any code. Microsoft itself is writing a code for us. Behind every GUI option, whatever I click on here, the Microsoft will go and write one code behind this. What is that code called as? That code called as M language or mashup language. That code will call it as, we call it as M language code. It's M language. Don't worry on this. We don't have to learn this M language or mashup language, right? Because Microsoft itself is writing a code. Behind every GUI option, Microsoft already written the code. When we use that GUI option, code will execute and will provide the results. What exactly it is happened here? If you minutely observe here, these two steps are added here, and we got this as headers, right? Here, let me tell you one more again thing here. If I go to returns table, again the same scenario. We want to use this first row as headers. We want to use this first row as headers, right? We want to use this first row as headers. So what I should do, I should select this. Here initially, how many steps are there? 3 steps are there, right? I'll select this returns table. I'll go to transform tab, use first row as headers. I'll click on this. As soon as I click on this, step has been added. Now, what exactly it is doing? I told you, if I click on any GUI option, Microsoft is writing a code for us. Here, if I click, this is a code which is writing for us. This is a code. This is a code it is writing. For every step, it will write one code here. For every step, if you check, it will write one code. This is what? This is mashup language. This is a formula bar where it is writing the code for us. Where it is writing the code for us, right? Here. So whatsoever transformation we do, here the step would be added for the transformation. We can go, we can check what was the previous step, what transformation we have done, we can check it from here, right? So we promoted the headers. It has changed the data type also. Here, we promoted the headers. So promoted headers is a step it has got. Earlier, it was what? It was like this. It was earlier the headers was not in the proper format in the earlier step. After this step, we clicked on that and we made it into proper format. So now if I check here, so every transformation, this is what? This is M language, mashup language here. See here, mashup language it is. Now we can see here the tables are here. Tables are in good shape now, right? Every table is in good shape. People table, returns table, it's in good shape now, right? Now there is a requirement. There is a requirement. Let me tell you that requirement. So if you have observed, extracting the table, it will just take few seconds. Only within few seconds, I bought these 6 tables from the data source, right? Within few seconds, I bought this from the data source. It will not take the time. What is the part it will take the time is transformation will take the time. Extraction is done. Now we will do what? Transformation. Now what transformation is will do? I'll just simply tell you what transformation is there. See, as per the client has come up with the requirement now. Now, in the customer's data table, this is customer's data table, right? I'll select this customer data table. In the customer's data table, there is a requirement that we want the customer name in single column. There is a requirement in this customer data table that the client wants to see the names in single column. In single column, client wants to see the name. But here in this customer data table, it is in how many columns it is there? First name it is differently, middle name it is different in different column, last name it is in different column. But client wants the customer name to be in a single column, right? Not in 3 columns, right? So what I need to do, I need to transform this. I need to transform this three column into one column where where a new column would be added, and into that new column, the name should be, the name for the first customer would be John V. Yang. It should be in one column rather than in third column. But in the data sources, it is in three columns, right? So I need to convert it, right? How to do that? How to do that? See, without the transformation, you are not allowed, or you are not, it is not recommended to load the tables without doing transformation, because without the transform tables, we can't create the visuals. For creating the visuals, we need to align to the requirements of the reports and visuals. With respect to reports and visuals, we do the transformation, right? So in the report and visual, client wants to see the name of the customers in a single column, not in the three columns. So what I'll do is, right? What is the next step is, I'll first select this first name column. I'll just select this. I'll press Control key. I'll just select middle name. I'll just press Control key, and I'll select this last name. So we have selected these three columns, right? We have selected these three columns. Now in the add column here at the top, in the add column, if I go to add column, there is an option called as what? Merge columns. Merge columns. I'll go to this merge columns, and I'll click on this merge columns. As soon as I click on this merge columns, what it is asking is, what should be the separator? See here, if I transform these three columns into one column, with what separator I should separate these three columns? Here what I want, I just want a space. I'll just select a space here, right? I just select the space here, because I just want the space between John and V. Between V and Yang, I want space, right? If I want dash, I can take dash. If I want colon, I can take colon, right? There are many things here. But I want what? I want space here. I'll just select space here. And what should be the name of the new column which would be added now? What would be the name of that? So let me just give it as name as customer full name, right? Customer full name. I'll give it as name as customer full name. So I have given this name, customer full name, right? I'll press OK. I have given the separator. What separator is required? I need a space, right? And what should be the new column name? Customer full name. I'll press OK. As soon as I press OK, currently how many steps are there here? Two steps are there for the customer data. Now, if I do this, one more step would be added. Let me just press on OK here. As soon as I press on OK, it has added one step here, right? And it has given me the output as customer full name John V. Yang. So those three columns are already there. Here also those three columns are there. Here, three columns are there. John V. Yang. We want this into a single column. We have converted into a single column, right? So requirement is fulfilled now, and a new step is added. So what code the Microsoft is writing is here. I can see here. Customer full name. Here text.combine, table.add.column. So this is M code, M language code, or mashup language it is called as. It is just Microsoft is writing us. Only we just have to click. We just have to click. We don't have to write this, right? So it is done. So this requirement is fulfilled now. Now there is another requirement from the client, right? The another requirement for the client is, so with the single click, I just want to tell you, with the single click, we have done the transformation. We have got this new column, right? It's pretty much clear and simple. By using what? By using GUI option, that is graphical user interface option, right? Now there is a requirement in the products table, in the products data table, right? The product name is there. The product name is there, right? There is a column called as English product name. Let me just go on that English product name. I'll search. How I'll search? This English product name. Now this English product name here, it is, client wants this English product name column into what? Into uppercase. All the rows showing the values, showing the English product name, they should be in uppercase. That is a requirement from the client, right? Currently what it is? Currently it is in proper case. This we call it as proper case, where the first alphabet is capital and the other alphabet are in lower case. We call it as what? Proper case. This is proper case, but we want it to be converted into upper case, right? We need to identify the GUI option which will help us. So I'll just click on this, right? I'll go to what? I'll go to transform here. I'll go to transform. There is an option called as format here. Format. I'll click on that. What it is? Uppercase. So as soon as I click on that, a new step would be added here on the right hand side. Currently only two steps are there in the applied steps. A new step would be added here. I'll just press on uppercase here, right? I'll press on uppercase. As soon as I press on uppercase, it will be converted into uppercase. In the same column, we got the results, right? It converted into uppercase. It converted in the uppercase here, right? So how we are able to do it is with the help of what? GUI options. With a single click, I can transform the tables like this, right? Now, what I'll do is, now we have done the transformation. See, in the real time, see, this is just a demo. I'm just showing you how to transform, how to do the ETL activity. In the real time, this transformation would not be sufficient. There would be more transformation to do, right? So this is how, but gist of the story is, I'm just telling you, I'm just demonstrating you how to transform. So we have done with the transformation now. We are done with the transformation now. Right? We have transformed this table. Now, what is the last step? ETL. L stands for what? Load. If I want to load this table into Power Pivot, what I'll do is, I'll click on what? Close and apply. There is an option here at the top, close and apply. As soon as I click on this close and apply, these tables, these 6 tables would be loaded where? In the Power Pivot. In the Power Pivot. And if this tables, if the memory for this table is 10 GB in the Power Pivot, how much memory I'll get it? I'll get it 1 GB. This 10 GB would be converted into 1 GB in the Power Pivot. That's the beauty of this Power Pivot. It compresses the data, right? So for loading this data, we have extracted, we have done the transformation. Now we need to do what? Loading. So for loading, what I'll do is, I'll just press on close and apply. As soon as I press on close and apply, these tables would be loaded here. See here, it is loading. This table would be visible here onto this in the data. So we are done with the Power Query activity. We have seen the ETL activities in the Power Query. We have seen that. It is just loading. Let's see how it loads. Right? It is loading. It is loading. Okay, it has got loaded the data. Now we will see the tables here, right? We have seen all the tables which we bought there. We can see it here, right? Here we can expand this. We can see the rows. We can see the column names. These are what? These are table names, right? I can just increase this. Customer data table, orders data table, people table, products data table. Into this table, what are the columns we have got? We can directly see from here, right? We are in what? We are in report view right now. If we want to see the detailed row, I'll go to where? I'll go to table view here, and we can see those tables here, right? I'll click on this. Here, the customer data table we can see. Here, see here, the transform tables we can see. First name, middle name, last name was there, right? So we have just created a new column here. Customer full name, right? The transformation is visible here in the customer data table, right? In the products data table, we have converted into uppercase English product name. This is English product name. It is what? It is converted here in the upper product name. So in the table view, we'll see all the detailing of the how many rows we have got, how many tables we have got. We can see here. We can select the tables from here, right? Here, products data table, people table, orders table, right? Customers data table. We can see the detailing now. Right now, the next step is what? ETL we have done with the Power Query here. Let me just open this Power Query, Power BI architecture here. We have done here. We have done with this Power Query. We have done the ETL. We have extracted the tables from the data sources. We have transformed the table. Now we have loaded where? In the Power Pivot. Now in the Power Pivot, what we need to do? We need to, in the Power Pivot, in the data model, in the model view, if we go, we'll see the tables here. We'll see the tables here. See here, tables are visible, right? See here, whatever 6 tables are there, it is visible here. The 6 table. See, some of them are having relationship. See this arrow. This is one table. This is another table. Between these two tables, what is this? This is a relationship. This is a relationship between these 2 tables, right? See here, tables. These are the tables. Here we got the relationship, right? Here we don't got the relationship yet. How to get the relationship with one click? How to get the relationship here? Here the arrows are not there, right? Here arrows are not there. So means no relationship is there. Here arrows are there means relationship is there. What I can do in this text is, I'll go to this manage relationships here. I'll click on manage relationship. There is an option called as auto detect. As soon as I click on auto detect, it will detect the relationship for me, this Power BI. right? It has detected one new relationship. I'll close on this, right? It will mention here that relationship, right? I'll close this. Now here the relationship is formed. Yes, the relationships is formed here, right? See here, it has got the relationship now. Automatically it has got. So this is how we give the relationship between the tables in the Power Pivot. In the Power Pivot, what? It's a storage device. It's a database, this Power Pivot. We are in the Power Pivot right now. In the Power Pivot, what we do? We do the modeling activity, data modeling. So giving relationship, giving the tables a relationship, we call it as what? We call it as what? Power Pivot. Here we are, right? Power Pivot. In the model view, we give the relationship like this. So here today we have seen the Power Query overview of Power Query. Tomorrow, in the tomorrow session, I'll cover this overview of Power Pivot software. I'll explain you what do you mean by Power Pivot software, what exactly the Power Pivot software is, what we are able to do it here, how we are going to do it. That I am going to explain in the tomorrow's session, right? Overview of Power Pivot software. So the time is up. I'll just conclude the session here itself, and we'll go on with some questions, guys. See everyone, you are welcome to ask any questions, any basic doubts also, I'll clear it. Whatsoever the question would be, I am here to entertain that. Please let me know. Regarding installation of Power BI,
I
regarding
have
whatever
one
I
question.
have covered
This
today.
is Satya.
Yeah, Satyendranath, yes.
Yeah, the databases which we are got in the Power BI tool, like Oracle,
Yeah.
everything, it is by default, it will create, or we have to all
No,
the
no,
kinds of.
Satyendranath. See, that is just, see, we need to have that database in our laptop. Then only for connecting to that database, we are using those connectors.
Means
So we
like
need to
these are.
have database with us.
Okay, okay. So whatever that databases you have shown in the class, like Oracle, IBM,
Yeah.
DB2, and all,
Yes, yes,
data
yes.
and all, we have the kind of we have the data sources. Then only it will get created in the Power BI when we download the software, right?
Exactly, exactly. No, no, no,
So
no, 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 no.
yeah.
You're just getting me wrong. I'll just tell you. Let me just share my screen. See here. See what has happened here. I'll just go to this Power Pivot here. See here. See this get data is there, right? Into this get data, here these are the connectors. Or we'll go to what? We'll go to Power Query. In the Power Query, we have got this new source. This only you are meant to say, right? See here, it is just showing me the Excel workbook, right?
Yes.
It
Correct.
has got the option to connect to the Excel workbook, but I need
Okay.
to have the Excel file in my laptop, right? For that.
Okay. Okay. So by
Likewise, I
default,
need
we
to have,
have these sources will be there. When
yes,
data is there, it will get loaded automatically.
exactly. Yes, yes, yes,
So whatever database type is there, I mean, like any like Oracle, anything source will be there
yes,
apart from that. Okay, by
yes.
default. Thank you. And that's my doubt.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah. Anyone? Any doubts? Any simple doubt? Anything?
Hi.
I have on the yeah.
Yeah, Kirtana, yes.
Yeah. Shall we get these recordings for these two classes for
Yes, Kirtana,
yesterday's
you will
and
get it. You will get it. Yes, you will get it.
yeah.
I have a question.
Where
Yeah, please go on.
yeah, where can we access?
Nitya, you are there in the, yeah, you are there in the call, Nitya, right?
This is Shreya.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Nitya, she just want to know where she can access the recording. This
Yeah,
Kirtana.
that I will give you up. Once they registered the course, then they will get on the website itself.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Um,
Shreya, some doubts you have, right? Please ask.
yes. Yeah, I wanted to ask, like you mentioned, like extraction, transformation, and loading, and also
Yes,
visual reports, all can be achieved from Power BI itself.
yes, everything can
Like,
be achieved onto this. Yes,
like, if suppose we have certain business rules, like in Informatica Power Center, we get, and then we load data warehouse. So how
Mhm.
will that part be achieved in Power BI?
See,
Because
Shreya,
ultimately aggregated data goes into the data warehouse, right? In order to.
see, simple it is. In Power BI, what exactly it is? The businesses will share their business data, right? where the business data is stored, whether it is in database or not. They'll just tell to us, and they'll give the credentials. We'll just connect to that database.
No,
We'll
no,
extract
that
the
is
table
not
from
my
there.
question. Actually, this is
Yeah.
not my question. My question is like from OLTP source, we load the data warehouse, that is OLAP, right?
Yes.
Here
Yes.
in Power BI, are we taking the data from OLTP source or are we taking it from OLAP source? That is the concern.
See, initially we take it from OLTPs, right? And for creating the visuals, we'll take it from OLAP model.
Yeah, that is what. And that is what. Like my question is here, like where is the place that where we apply per column business logic? Suppose there is certain column and they want to prefix something or suffix something, or
Okay.
they want to do
So here
certain.
on the OLTPs, we apply those things. On the OLAP,
Yes,
we'll not apply. Yeah.
on OLTP only we apply, but in Power BI, how do we do that? Like today you mentioned that from Power Query and we'll
In the Power Query
input.
itself, we do that. See here, we are here, right? See, the two screens are there right now. This Power Query editor, here only we'll apply all those business logics here into this.
Okay.
Here, whatever prefix, everything. See here, if we go to transform, we have got this format here. Here, add prefix, add suffix, everything is here only. We can do it. And when we load this all,
Concatenation and everything will be here
everything
only.
he will do it here. Yes, everything will do it. And whatever the remaining part, that will be covered in the DAX, in the Power Pivot. In the OLAP model, we'll create those things, the
Yeah, yeah,
remaining things.
DAX is Power Pivot, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and that you'll cover tomorrow.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, okay. Okay, and just one more question. It might sound
Yeah,
lame at this point of time.
yeah,
Many a times we see very beautiful visualization based on Power BI
exactly.
and Tableau. It's
Yes.
done through Python connection
No,
or
no, no,
R.
it's not like that. It's not like that. There are some custom visuals. There are some custom visuals. Some third-party visuals would be there. Those people will use those visuals to do those, right?
Okay.
And initially, everything can be achieved with the help of these visuals. Here, there are many visuals here, right? These visuals.
Yeah.
With the help of these visuals, you can create beautiful visuals, beautiful reports.
Okay.
Everything can be
Okay.
achieved from here only. 90% of the work would be done from here only. But in some special cases, we go and we'll select some custom visuals.
Okay.
Some get more visuals would be there here. Here we'll be selecting some more visuals would be coming here.
Sure. Sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all from my side. Thank you for answering those questions for me.
yeah, yeah. Thank you.
One small query is might be very simple query on my side. Like I'm nowhere, I mean, have any proper idea on coding side, anything like that.
Okay.
Is that fine to continue with this actually?
Yeah,
Like,
Satyendranath, if you
yes.
have attended yesterday's session, yesterday demo session, or today's session also, I mentioned it clearly that it is not mandatory for us to know any coding because we are not doing any coding in the Power BI. We don't have to do any kind of coding.
Okay.
I'm just make you understand. I'll just make you understand from the scratch. We don't have to
Yeah,
do any
because I'm
coding.
for the first time just listening to these classes because I'm from different field like server production side
Yeah,
actually.
no worries, no worries. If you are from the different field also, you can understand the things very easily. With a single drag and drop, we'll do this. With a single click, we'll do those transformation. We don't have to learn any coding for that.
So is that fine to get into crack any proper opportunity with this only Power BI? Is this
Yes,
sufficient for me?
definitely. See,
Mm.
yesterday I clearly mentioned you that
No,
I'll be
yesterday I
making you
missed the
that
class
much
actually.
capable.
Mm.
Sorry.
Yesterday I missed the class. That's what I'm asking you the
Okay,
things.
okay. Satyendranath, I'll just tell you what exactly I mentioned yesterday. With this session, whatever I'm conducting this 45 plus hours of session, if
Mm.
you practice this properly, if you attend this session properly, you will be capable of putting around 3 years of experience in as a Power BI developer in your resume. And you will be
Okay.
confident to work on this, and there are ample of opportunities if you go anywhere. Naukri, if you go LinkedIn, if you simply write there Power BI developer, BI analyst, Power BI analyst, you will find number of opportunities there.
So
So there is no
Tableau,
doubt, Satyendranath, here.
yeah. Tableau is not required for this again.
No. Tableau is not required here, and Power BI is more the latest version in that. right?
Okay.
As compared to Tableau.
Okay, okay. See, I have like more than 10 years of experience in real time actually. So
Yeah.
with this, so how can, after completion of this course, how can we manage to change this
See,
into
Satyendranath, I'll tell you, there are some agencies in the market, right?
Okay.
If you approach to them, they will just provide all these services of giving you 3 years experience. They'll get your experience verified also.
Yeah, I have real-time experience. No problem. Experience is fine. We can try change it in our profile
Okay.
and we can apply. That is fine thing. Thing
Yeah.
is, with this class, see, I have mentioned like 10 years of experience in real time, but here we can, after the completion of this, what do you say that
Okay.
complete class,
Okay.
you may say like up to 4 years we can manage with this.
Yes, yes, yes.
So is that fine to crack a good job in that, right? That's what
Yeah, aram se. I can assure you, you can aram se, you can crack the job opportunities, and you will get through with the interviews. Only those tasks, only if you answer the questions properly in the interview, you will be done. They will
Yeah.
directly hire you. There is
Oh,
no
okay.
issue in that. There is no doubt, in fact.
So, is there any way to contact you personally by chance for some few questions,
See,
personal questions?
definitely, I will be available for 45 plus sessions. And daily
Oh,
we are having some Q&A session after 1 hour session. See,
okay,
after 1 hour session, some 10 to 15 minutes Q&A session would be there daily. So at that
okay,
time you can interact with me. And into this package, I am just going to provide you resume. I'm just going to provide you the projects, how to build the resume, how to convert it properly so that your resume got selected, how to answer the questions technically. Q&A would also be there. Interview questions would also be there in order to help you out for the interview.
fine, fine, fine. So,
In the
so there
yesterday's
is no
class,
point.
you missed it, right? So I have mentioned everything in the yesterday's session.
Yeah, yeah, I will get the video probably, I feel.
Sure.
Yeah, and I mean, like, my question is, do we have at least once or twice, like one-on-one with you directly interaction to have some sharing
Yeah,
some personal?
you can have in the session also, right? Daily you can have
Oh,
one-on-one, like now we are interacting, right? So like this we
mm-hmm.
can interact one-on-one whenever
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want
sure.
at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Just provide me any WhatsApp details. I'll chart that. That's it. Hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Any
Pranay.
doubts? Yeah, Divya.
Yeah, actually, will we get any course completion certificate once we have completed this 45 plus hours of training?
Yeah, course
Like,
completion certificate, you will get it in the website itself. Once you complete it, you will get it.
okay.
But that is not valid for the companies. Maybe you can use for
Mm-mm-mm.
your personal references.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
See,
Understood.
Divya, I just want to add on one thing.
Yeah.
Actually, if you apply anything, any opportunity, they will not see this course certificate or anything. They'll just see your
Mm,
knowledge. That's it. And how you crack the interview. That's it. And I'm confident I'll make you capable of doing that. That is not an issue.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, hi, Pranil, one question here.
Yeah, Swaroop, please go on.
So, will you be covering the real-time scenarios which actually people are working in Power BI? So, the same questions will be asked in the intros also, right? Whether you
Yes,
have
Swaroop.
actually to check
Yes.
whether you have actually worked or not on that part. So, such
Yes.
scenarios will be covered.
Yes, everything would be covered, and specifically some case studies would be given to you end of this course. Some case studies would be given to you. Some real-time projects also will be given to you, right?
Okay.
And day to
Okay.
day, whatever I'm just showing you, that would be covered in the projects in the real time. Those examples only I am just covering in the day to day sessions.
Okay.
So no need to worry on that.
Okay. So, let's say post this course, we are giving interviews and some of the scenario questions if you want to discuss. So, you will be
Yeah.
available for that.
Yeah, no need.
Okay.
Yeah, see here, generally people won't like 2 batches are on the finishing stage. I haven't seen anyone approaching me on that because they are very much satisfied on that. But if at all, if you want to, you can contact to Nitya and Nitya will come to me and then we can interact. No worries in
Yes,
that.
definitely.
Okay. Thanks, Pranil.
Yeah. Thank you, Saurabh.
Pranil, actually,
Yeah, Divya.
you said
Yes.
like you will, I mean, like give real-time projects, right? Can we quote
Yeah.
that project in our resume to book the resume? I mean, after completing the
See, Divya.
session.
Yeah. See, I have got a list of projects. I'll give you
Okay.
those list of projects, and you can mention any of those projects in your resume. And with
Okay.
the clarity in paragraph wise, the information is there with me. Like what exactly you
Mm,
have done, what was the data sources,
mm,
everything. The detailing would be there. I'll provide you that
mm.
detailing to provide in the resume.
Yeah, he
Okay.
is giving different domains. Okay, so not only banking or something. So he will give
Retail,
different.
finance
Yeah,
domain,
yeah.
all the domains I'll be giving you the projects so that you can mention.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.